Mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Buffett. Save the Manatee Club has helped to protect imperiled manatees and their aquatic habitat for decades, but there's still more work to be done. Threats from cold weather, red tides, pollution, and boat collisions continue to take their toll on the manatee. So let's work together to safeguard the manatees and the places they call home. Be the friend they need. Visit SaveTheManatee.org. Thank you.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Tick-tock. The days fly by, and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner & Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner & Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner & Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Get your notepads out. Get your recorders out. Whatever it takes to make sure you don't miss the sage advice from the handicapper extraordinaire, Kevin Stone, on What's the Line? And here is your handicapping guru, Kevin Stone.
Morning, Tom. How you doing? Another Football Friday today.
I'm surprised you're here, to be honest with you.
Oh man!
I thought after last week you may. I thought about calling your phone 2 or 3 times because I thought you may be on the ledge. And then
kind of like you last night.
Then with the way I was not on the ledge. I knew they were terrible. Then the way Florida State raced out to a lead, only to have Miami run them down and take the lead. I thought, wow, he's really on the ledge. But then Florida State
come back,
salvaged and came back, and now Florida State can be the state champion if they beat Florida in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. They're the only ones that can do it because Florida don't play Miami, so
Steve Spurrier made sure of that.
No, Jeremy Foley, I believe, had more to do with that than Spurrier, don't you?
I don't know. After they lost to Miami 31-4, and Miami scored all the points because Miami scored 31 points on offense
in that Sugar
and 2
Bowl?
safeties.
Is that Sugar Bowl?
I don't know when that was Florida played, but that was Spurrier's last time he lost to Miami.
Yeah. Oh,
he lost 31-4, and Miami scored all the points, 31 on offense and two safeties against Miami. And by the way, both safeties, Florida had nothing to do with it.
Nothing.
The long snapper snapped it out of the end zone both times.
Yeah, just over his head or something.
Yeah, so really, Florida had zero to do with any of that.
When Dan Orlovsky was running out of the end zone.
Zero to do with any of that.
No, you're right, but
anyway, Florida State can win the state championship next week, but we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, next week.
This week, the big game, you got it as number one on your list. It's a big football game in the Big Ten.
Yes.
As Michigan State, the Sparties, travel into the shoe to play Ohio State, the Ohio State University.
Yes, sir.
This is a crazy line to me, and I know Vegas is very good.
Right.
But Ohio State's a 19-point favorite.
Where did they get that number
from? I mean, Michigan State's lost what?
Twice?
One game? One game. Yeah, they were in the top
Purdue.
4. Yeah, they were in the top 4 last week.
Purdue.
Yeah.
Only team to beat them.
Only team to beat them.
Yeah.
Although, as a common opponent, Ohio State wore Purdue out last week.
They sure did. That wasn't even close. I mean,
but the
Ohio State's playing great.
19-point favorite. Yeah. Ohio State's given 19 points.
Given 19.
And the over-under is 2 ticks below 70 at 68.
Yeah. Yep,
That's
68.
a bunch of points.
Sure is, yeah.
So I guess you're going to take Michigan State plus 19, right?
If I was going to touch the spread, then that would be the way I'd lean, just because that's so many points. But I wouldn't be surprised if they won't. Ohio State comes out there and beats them by 3 touchdowns either.
So you're going to take the 68. You're taking the under.
I'm going to take the over, man.
Wow!
Lots and lots of points, man. For this is kind of a lackluster week. Other than this game, I mean, this is easily the best. 4 versus 7, easily the best game on the board. Lot of just lower level games this week. But that's understood because next week's the big rivalry week.
Rivalry.
Yeah, so they kind of some of them playing cupcakes this week.
You mean like Sanford?
Sanford, like last week, yeah, like Charleston Southern, who
Georgia.
Yeah, so hey, I think they got 2 byes the next with Georgia Tech being next week. they just prepare bench.
So you're taking Ohio State, Michigan State, combining for more than 68 points.
Yeah, I see this one as a high scoring game, tons of offense, kind of like the way the Michigan State back and forth.
It was
down
back
the
and
field.
forth.
They got over 70 in that one. Let's see, Michigan State's averaging 31 a game in their last 5, while Ohio State's averaging 48 a game.
So 48 and 31, that's 79.
You got a little room on there if they if those trends
got a little wiggle room.
Yeah, if those trends continue, I'm just leaning on the over in this one. And
here's what gets me about.
And I like to take the big game, man.
Here's what gets me about this game.
Yeah,
Michigan State's averaging 31 points.
Yeah.
And they're still a 19-point dog.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, how many teams average over 4 touchdowns? 4 touchdowns and a field goal.
And the other team's averaging 17 more than you. So
that's whenever you can score 4 touchdowns and a field goal in the game, and you're still a 19-point dog.
19-point dogs. Well, nobody plays real defense. I mean, Georgia Bulldogs. That's it.
Well, look,
I mean,
I've said
defense is.
I've said since the 4th game of the season, and it pains me to say so.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of friends, you included, that are Georgia fans.
Yes, sir.
That I have to deal with. I mean, during the Florida Georgia weekend, only one of them had the guts to call me.
I sent you a video.
You sent me a video. You didn't call me.
No, I didn't.
Only one of my buddies from Georgia had the guts to call me, and he doesn't live in Georgia.
You would have answered.
He's from South Carolina.
Oh, Jesus.
I picked up the phone. I go, the hell are you calling me for? He goes, just wanted you to know that I'm thinking about you.
Just checking.
And he hung up.
He was just checking on you.
He hung up.
Yeah.
Just wanted you to know I'm thinking about you.
Well, he wanted to make sure to talk you off that bridge, wasn't it?
Then he called me later.
What did he say?
I go, what are you calling me for? He goes, see the score of the game? I hung up on him then.
Yeah, I sent you a
I know
on top video. Man.
I know what you said.
Yeah, that was good. But,
second game we're looking at this week. Let's get off that game.
Okay.
Second game we're looking at this week. The Wahoos
travel to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh
laying 14 and a hook.
14 in that hook, man. That
14 and a
half
half
point.
points that Pittsburgh is laying at home. The over-under 66. My buddy Rick Stillwell will tell you that if you take the Virginia Wahoos in this one, you're the worst pick. You're the worst guy picking football ever known on the face of the earth.
Okay, why? You a big Pitt fan?
He's a Virginia Tech fan, and
About
they hate.
They
hate Virginia. Hate them.
They do.
So you better be picking Pittsburgh here.
Hey, man, this is another game I'm going on. It has a large number as a spread, so I don't like the 14 and a half.
You like the 14, you don't like the 14 and a hook.
Right, exactly. Yeah, those are the differences.
You're definitely taking the
over. They got one last week because of the half point on a 14 and a half.
You're definitely taking the over in this game, 66.
Going over 66.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Excuse me. Yeah, I just don't know exactly where to go on Virginia a lot this year. I haven't watched enough of their games. I do know this: if you threw out that Notre Dame game last week that they had, all right, they've scored 49, 48, 48, 34 in the other games. Okay,
that's a good number.
Those are
high
score numbers. Pitt, they're putting up 30, 54, 34, 27's a low one, 28, but in their previous 5, but. You still got some
plenty of points there.
Plenty of points.
Plenty of wiggle room when you add those two averages together.
Pitt scores a lot. They're like Miami. If you take the over almost every week, you're going to be there or close to it. Now, this week I didn't touch them.
Last week you took the over in the Miami-Florida State game. 2 field goal misses. That's 6 points. The over-under was 61, right?
They got 59.
Oh.
That's what I'm –
one of those field goals go through, and you're 3-3 instead of 2-4.
I tell you, those are little things, man.
That's what happens when you're a fan of a team that, is horrible like Florida State and a team that's even worse, Miami,
All the Florida teams.
One of those things.
Who's the best team in Florida, FIU?
Right now, the best team in Florida,
Vanguard.
Vanguard.
UCF would probably beat all of them.
Vanguard.
Yeah, Vanguard. There you go.
I don't know.
That'll be a good one tonight.
I don't know.
We'll find out tonight.
Maybe the Stetson Hatters are having a pretty good football season. We checked them to see how good FAMU is doing this year.
They're really good. Actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I know.
FAMU. I will say
so
this.
FAMU may
they're
be
like
the best,
number one or two in their.
They may be the best program in the state.
You're absolutely.
So you're taking
right.
Virginia at Pitt. You're taking the over 66.
Over 66. Yeah, got more scoring, lots of scoring. Hey, we talked about lack of defense. So.
Here's a team that was undefeated till last week, Oklahoma.
Yeah, man. I had them on futures.
A team that was ranked in the top 10 at the beginning of the season, Iowa State.
Yep, they were.
Iowa State going into Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a 3.5-point favorite.
Yeah.
The over-under is 60. You are taking the over in this football game.
You know I am, man. Okay. So, yes, last week I did go over in Oklahoma and Baylor. Did not work out. Didn't hit for me.
I thought they'd get 100.
Yeah. And if you actually watch the game instead of just looking at scores and stats and everything, I mean, a lot of those were just weird stuff happening. Turnover, 4th and 1 from the 1 or 2 yard line.
Fumble.
And or just not even making it there. Now the other team has to start from the 2.
Yeah.
Or, the interceptions. Now, turnovers are great when they're producing points for you in and over, but when the other team's about to score points.
When
and
they're
then
just killing drives at the 1 or 2 yard line.
You're taking points away. So, a lot of red zone weird stuff was happening in that one. So, and Baylor played a perfect game on defense. I mean, they managed to step on that quarterback's hand, Caleb. He was never the same after that.
So that's what I'm saying about Matt Ryan is he got his hand stepped on 3 games ago. That's why the Falcons are terrible.
That's why
Matt Ryan got his hand stepped on.
Yeah, man, that must be.
Or they just suck. One or the other. It's one or the other.
That candy from a baby last night.
One or the other. But Iowa State was a top 10 football team at the beginning of the year.
Did you see that? They got beat on a 62-yard field goal last week.
62.
Man, I tell you.
But
Justin Tucker would be proud of that.
There's no defense in this game.
No, none. No, not a lot in the Big 12
Baylor played
period.
a little defense last week.
They did. They were very impressive. But
Iowa State doesn't play defense, and we know Oklahoma doesn't play defense.
No. I was going to say Iowa State's not going to play that good on that side of the ball. So over once again, I'll depend on lots of offense. Very suspect Big 12 defenses.
Now we got a game where one team is trying its best to be, considered legitimate.
Okay.
While the other team is SMU. Okay. SMU travels to number 5 ranked in the country,
Yeah.
University of Cincinnati. Cincinnati trying its best to get in with the big boys.
Yeah.
At the in the top 4.
Yes, they will. Yeah,
They're an
I think they will.
11-point favorite at home. The over/under is 65. And by the way, Cincinnati better start making some style points,
Yeah.
or they're not going to get in the top 4.
No, they won't. Nope. These judges or panelists, whatever you call them,
Committee
members. I don't know, man. They're a
all
little
from Power
confusing.
5
They're a little
conferences.
confused. Yeah, and Michigan being still above Michigan State, I don't get it. When we just saw those teams play head to head, but I'll suffice. I guess even my picks for this week are having a trend, Tom, and
Yes.
that trend is high scoring affairs that go over the total points.
This SMU can
65.
score.
SMU can. Yep.
Cincinnati can score. By the way,
Yeah.
I think this game stays close.
Yeah.
I think SMU's in this football game to the very end. I think it goes over the 65 just like you do.
Yeah.
And I think it does nothing but hurt Cincinnati with
Yep.
the committee.
Yeah, SMU is strong. They're going to play them good. I would not be surprised if they won that game. Me and you should take some money line on that.
It wouldn't
on
surprise me.
11-point dog, win the game outright. We could
And
probably get
here's the
5
thing.
times our money.
The reason it wouldn't surprise me is,
Yeah.
is every week ticks off,
Yeah.
and they stay at number 5,
All
and
right.
they need style points. The pressure on Cincinnati builds.
That's right.
Pressure builds. And these are young men. People forget.
Yeah.
These are 18, 19, 20,
Oh,
21. They're young men.
Yes.
They're young adults, and this is the type of thing where that pressure can get so much
Yeah, I agree.
that it can really, really boil over and be a detriment to Cincinnati. SMU's got nothing to lose.
They don't.
They go in
That's right. They've
wide
already-
open because they're supposed to lose the football game.
Yeah.
Cincinnati's the 5th best team or 4th best team in the country, however you want to
Right.
you want to say it. So they're supposed to lose this football game. They got no
They are.
pressure. And
Nothing to
every
lose.
week that the committee comes out and you see on that number 5 line,
It's
Cincinnati,
right
the
there.
pressure gets more and more.
More and more amount. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think Cincinnati, like you said, they're young. It's just if SMU won this game,
It would not be surprising.
no. I mean, yeah, eventually, pressure burst pipes.
And
So,
Cincinnati, I don't think Cincinnati's going to win style point wise. I
No.
don't think there's going to be a big blowout here. And I think it hurts Cincinnati again this week.
Hey, SMU could put up their last 5 games, 55, 25's low, 37, 55, and 31. Again,
And we know Cincinnati puts points up.
yeah, Cincinnati, they put up 45, 28, 31, 27, 56 in their previous 5. So, yeah, I feel strong that we can get to 65, that number in this
Take
game.
the over 65.
Over again, man. Yeah.
Now we get to the pro game.
Yes, sir.
This, to me, the 49ers at the Jaguars.
Okay.
The 49ers are 6-point favorites. Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers have been playing better here of late.
Yep.
Been playing pretty good football. The over-under is
Smashed the
45.
Rams.
Yeah, they smashed the Rams.
Yeah.
The over-under is 45. The Niners -6 in this game. The Niners travel from the West Coast
Yeah.
to the East Coast. It's harder to travel west to east
That's what you
than
say.
it is east to west.
Yeah.
And as we know, this terrible football team in Jacksonville with a coach who likes to hang out in his own restaurant even after losses.
Hey, he's just seeing the grandkids.
This guy with this Jags team, they've already shown this year in games they're supposed to lose.
Yeah.
They end up making Vegas make a lot of money because the favorite doesn't win. Vegas likes Jacksonville because Jacksonville makes Vegas money in games just like this.
Yeah, and maybe that's why it's only a 6-point spread. That seems pretty low. Like, they're begging you.
They're begging you to
begging
take
you to
Jacksonville. Begging you.
Well, they were begging me to take New England last night, and I did that. So, yeah, bad teams. And I had to pick a Florida team. The Florida contingent didn't like any of the pro or the college teams. So
You didn't like that Monday night game?
didn't like the Bucks Giants. What is that, 11?
Yeah,
It's just too much, man, too much.
Let me tell you something. We'll talk about the Bucks game in a minute.
Okay.
But let's talk about this 49ers
yeah.
Jags game. -6 the 49ers are, 45 over under.
Going to lay that 6. San Fran 7-4 against the spread this year on the road. On the road now. So that's where they're playing this week. I like that trend.
Tough west to east, though. Tough west to east.
Yeah.
And then finally, the Texans playing the team that left so the Texans could become a team.
Yeah.
The Titans.
Yeah.
The Titans at one time were the Houston Oilers.
Houston Oilers. I remember.
Oilers.
Oh, Warren
Houston
Moon.
Oilers #1.
Warren Moon was great, man.
Well, man, you're young. I'm talking about Dan Pastorini with the Houston Oilers.
I'm talking about Earl Campbell.
Bum Phillips with Dan Pastorini and Earl Campbell.
Did Earl Campbell wear a shirt that never tore off of him?
No, because tearaways were what was then. And Earl was like, you
I love it,
You
though,
grab
man.
my jersey, you ain't stopping me.
No.
So the Tennessee Titans
Yeah.
welcome in the Texans.
Yep.
Tennessee's a 10-point favorite at home. Over-under's 45.
All right, here you go. Take the Titans, lay those 10. Houston hadn't stayed within 10 points of any team since early October.
Is Matt Schaub still the quarterback at Houston?
Yeah. They go, what is that guy, man?
Well, Deshaun Watson's not. We know that.
No. With or without Derrick Henry. I don't see this one staying close.
Tennessee -10. You're taking the Tennessee and the 10.
Yeah, I'll lay that 10. They're 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games. Tennessee is. So Texas 0-4.
So you got
that same number.
To recap, you got Michigan State at Ohio State. The over/under is 68. You're taking the over.
Over, yes, sir.
Virginia at Pitt. The over/under is 66. You're taking the over.
Over in that one, yep.
State at Oklahoma. The over/under is 60. You're taking the over.
Over.
SMU at Cincinnati. The over/under is 65. You're taking the over.
Over, yeah. This is
49ers at the Jags. The 49ers are laying 6 points. You're going to lay those 6 points against the Jags.
Yep, Niners by 6.
And then Texas at the Titans. -10. Tennessee's a favorite. You're laying the 10 points and taking
lay
the
to
Titans.
10. Yeah, lay to 10. The Titans are impressive.
Why would you not take? And I'm going to put
Okay.
the scenario out for you and get you to explain.
Yeah.
The Washington Football Club embarrassed
The Buccaneers.
Tom Brady and Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week in a game that Tampa Bay should have won and they didn't.
Yeah.
Bruce Arians calls everybody out, even Tom Brady for the 2 interceptions he threw.
Yeah, they were horrible.
Tom Brady fires back. I agree, Coach. That's your job to tell us when we stink. We stunk last year. We hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
They're an 11-point favorite against the Giants. I think it could have been 20 points. They're going to blow the Giants off the football field after how bad they played last week. Bruce Arians, Tom Brady has never been publicly called out by a head coach. It's something that Bill Belichick never did.
Well,
So
they didn't have to
here,
call him out. He just
here
didn't give
Bruce
him credit.
Arians has called him out publicly in public, and Tom Brady responded by going, "You're right, Coach. We need to do better. We hear you loud and clear." If I was a Giants fan or played for the Giants, I'd see that train coming down the track and be, oh, hell.
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe I'm giving the Giants a little too much credit. 11 in the NFL. I mean, we're just
pissed off Tom Brady, who's been called out in public by his coach.
But Tom Brady, man, I
And
don't
he's got a wide receiver.
worship him the way you do.
And he's got a wide receiver who either did or did not get vaccinated, but he has a card that says he's been vaccinated.
Hey, that's he was smarter than Aaron Rodgers. We'll
That's
go
what I'm
there.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
So and that's
And by
bad.
the way-
If Antonio Brown is smarter than anybody on this planet, we've got issues.
And by the way, you saying that I love Tom Brady,
Yeah.
I might punch you in the mouth.
you do.
Remember, Tom
do,
Brady cost me a cell phone.
I do remember that story.
Cost me a Lombardi trophy for my football team.
Yep. I know it, man.
I
but
have no love loss for number
I don't
12.
think you love him, but you sure.
I just know
exalt him.
Whether you like him or not, he's the greatest to
very
ever play the
high level.
position.
He's had a lot of help.
He's the greatest to ever play the position.
There's been a lot of.
By the way,
never made a Super Bowl without a top 8 defense.
By the way,
ever.
What did he help? What help did he have on offense in New England, except for Randy Moss 1 year?
Hey, a lot of all those white Super Bowl, all those white receivers, man. Are you?
Yeah, that got cut by everybody else.
Hey, man. I don't know. Randy Moss was great. Yeah,
And just because he had a top 10 defense, go back and look at all Super Bowl winners.
most of them have.
All but 2 had
Yeah.
a top 10 defense.
Well-
Because why? Offense wins games. Here's the linebacker in me.
Defense
wins championships.
Offense sells the tickets.
Hey, Georgia,
Yeah.
Herschel Walker didn't win that national championship.
Oh man.
Hunker down, you hairy dogs. That defense
Man,
from Georgia.
I thought Lindsey Scott won.
Coached by who coached that defense?
Vince Dooley.
No, Vince Dooley was the head coach. Who coached the defense of Georgia?
That was your boy, Georgia Southern.
Erskine Russell.
That's it. I never remember his name.
Erskine Russell.
Erskine Russell. How do you forget a name like that?
I can't. To me, he's one of them. Besides my father, he's the most important man in my life. So,
Wow.
couldn't. And like he said, if you listen to your mom and daddy, you say your prayers, do good in school, eat your vegetables.
You might end up in Athens.
When you die,
you go to Athens.
Statesboro.
You go to Athens. Hell, even
he should have stayed in Athens, by the way.
Yeah.
Vince Dooley screwed the pooch on that one. He should have stayed in Athens.
Yeah.
But Vince Dooley didn't want somebody to rival his legacy.
Okay.
So he hired Ray Goof instead of Coach
Ray
Russell.
Goff,
He should have
man.
hired Coach Russell to take over. Georgia would have won.
Yeah.
That when Vince Dooley retired, Georgia would have they'd have won 2 or 3 more national championships in the 80s.
Yeah.
If they'd have kept the program
Stayed
the way
relevant.
it was. But they didn't. He hired Ray Goof. And
then,
we know what happened there.
And then the 90s happened.
And then remember Jim Donnan won football
Jim
games
Donnan.
in Georgia. All you did was fire him. That's all you did. That's all you did.
He's a good one.
Yeah, that's all you did. So, next week, I don't know that I can talk to you next week.
Oh, yeah, man. Florida State.
The way you gloated about Georgia, Florida, I don't know that I can talk to you next week.
When I call in.
Because you didn't even go to school at Georgia. You went to school at Florida State.
Yes, sir. I sure did. And
I don't know that I can talk to you.
I will be wearing my Noel shirt when I call in next week on the way down.
Oh, that's right. You'll be calling in next week because it is a holiday weekend.
Friday.
You'll be on the road coming back or going
to Tampa.
Going to Tampa.
Got to go to Thanksgiving here
Hanging
on Thursday.
out with your boy Tom Brady?
Thanksgiving. Yeah. I wouldn't never give that guy the last turkey dressing or anything, man.
Well, hey, I won't talk to you until next Friday. So happy Thanksgiving to you.
All right,
happy
you too,
Thanksgiving to your family and everything.
Yep.
Tell them I said,
Same to
I've
you.
actually enjoed Thanksgiving at your family's home before.
That's exactly right.
So,
yeah. The first time. I got to
do
the impression.
The impression. Yeah, go ahead real quick.
Hi caller, who's this? Here. I'm just a Southern boy from South Georgia.
All right, I got to go now. Kevin Stone, it's What's the Line every Friday
100%.
right here on WOCA The Source.
100%.
See you Monday.
Have a good weekend.
The Ocala International Airport. This is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3